Hello YouTube and welcome to my first smartphone review on YouTube. Thanks to Sony for the €600 XPERIA XZ2 COMPACT. You can expect to get a brilliant 5-inch Full HD HDR display, a 19 megapixel camera, an internal storage of 64GB, which you can boost up with all kind of micro SD cards up to 400GB. Holy sh! A 64-bit Qualcomm Snapdragon processor delivers a great performance, and the USB Type-C port lets you charge the phone within 2 hours. Let's talk about the delivered contents of this box. The phone is available in 4 different colors, like liquid black, silver, mouse green and coral pink. There's no extra headphone jack anymore, but you'll be happy to use the included 3.5mm adapter to use all kind of earphones. A USB-C type cable and the headphone rounds this package up. Bear in mind that it's not a quick charge cable. There are 2 versions of the XZ2, of which we are testing the compact device with 168 grams. We would have appreciated to compare it with its bigger brother, but in general we are quite happy with the overall build quality of the small version. Since it has IP68 certification, it's sealed against dust and splash. Nice! But since you have such a small phone, 168 grams feels quite heavy. Additionally, we were wondering about the convex shape of the back cover. Sony upgraded the internal storage from 16 to 64GB compared to the previous version. 15GB are used for the system and too many Sony apps, which I could only deactivate and not delete from the phone. If you're watching tons of videos or you want to store all your files at any time, you may upgrade the internal storage to 400GB using a microSD card. The XPERIA XZ2 uses a fixed battery with almost 3000 mAh, which lasts for almost 2 days with a normal usage. If you are playing a lot and maximize the brightness of your screen, the battery will last for about 6 to 8 hours. We found out that the power saving mode reduces the speed while using several apps. Some apps may open much slower, which can be annoying if you are in a rush. Since Sony uses a unibody, you won't be able to change the battery by yourself, so make sure to have a power bank to your hand. The Sony XPERIA XZ2 COMPACT uses a 5-inch HDR display with a resolution of 1080x2160 pixels. Since it's using its latest HDR technology, you benefit from saturated colors with a lot of contrast. During bright daylight conditions, you will still be able to read, watch movies and answering messages using the bright display of the XZ2. One of the most important features for you might be the 19 megapixel back camera with its fastest aperture of f2. You know, the smaller the number of the aperture is, the more light will come through and the more bokeh you get from your photos. Another key point in our test will be the low light performance. 19 megapixels are great for printouts, but might not be favorable for photos or videos during low light scenarios. I know it and Sony knows it as well, you like selfies. Sony put a 23mm front camera into the phone for stunning selfies with a lot of background. The maximum ISO setting for the back camera lasts till ISO 12800, which might be good enough for some shots using the ambient light. Here's a comparison between my iPhone 8 Plus and the Sony camera. What's your opinion about these 2 photos? Having a look on the video mode of the XPERIA XZ2, we get to some features where Sony goes into right direction with some restrictions in their software management. For instance, the slow motion feature takes 960 frames per second in Full HD instead of 720p with most other manufacturers. Make sure to use it at the correct time since it lasts only 0.2 seconds. At the end, you get a 6-second clip in Full HD. My iPhone 8 Plus takes 4K videos with up to 60 frames per second, while Sony delivers just 30 frames per second. To be honest with you, since many people complaining about the frame rate and resolution, I really need to add that 4K is a feature of smartphone cameras which only makes sense if you view the footage on a 4K screen at home. We are almost at the end of this review, so it's time for us to talk about the loudspeakers. The overall sound quality is good, not better or worse than with other smartphones. In any case, we did enjoy a good sound quality during music and video playback with a good sound intensity. Also, the included headphones have a great sound quality with a lot of bass and help you to cancel most of the background noises. My girl and I enjoyed the general performance of this phone due to its speed and build quality. I do appreciate to extend the memory if I need to do so, other than using an iPhone with a fixed memory for less money by just buying a microSD card. The display was bright enough to cope with sun reflections during the summer. Taking photos with the XPERIA XZ2 Compact is as easy as taking a photo with a normal camera, since we have an extra shutter release button at the side. The photos are rich in details and have a nice contrast, but a lot of flare pointing it against bright light. Using the wide angle of this special lens is great for taking selfies, including the entire family, or on an impressive background. I think if you're used to small smartphones like an iPhone 5 or Samsung Galaxy S5, you'll be super comfortable using this one here as well. If you're using all Plus and XL devices, the XPERIA XZ2 Compact might be too small for you. At the end of this review, you can enjoy some clips taken with the Sony camera and the internal microphone. Thanks for watching, thanks to Sony, thanks to WeView.tv. Hope to hear from you soon. Tschüss aus Frankfurt. Before I forget about it, you can use the XPERIA XZ2 Compact also for answering phone calls and of course for sending text messages. That's the internal microphone of the Sony XPERIA XZ2 without any background noise because we are at home.